Ruslan.
I'm a little concerned about trying to be relatable, attractive to the people we are trying to reach. Is the gospel not supposed to be attractive enough? Ooh, this is a good one. I got a lot of thoughts on
Ooh.
this, but I want to let y'all go.
I think
I'll go ahead, sis.
okay. I was gonna say actually what Portia was saying earlier kind of spoke to this about like being your authentic self. So it's kind of like trying to be relatable. How that quote was talking about you're most successful when you're just your authentic self. So I think the thing is don't try to be relatable. Like so if you're not already
Yes.
growing up in beauty supply culture, don't be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go in a beauty supply store. This will get the black people. Like no, because that's like pandering. So if you have to pander, don't do that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
do whatever's
I'm not
natural.
shooting no music videos at the beauty supply store, ladies and gentlemen.
Please don't.
But yeah, so I think the thing is like, especially with this video, so people who don't know us may have thought, oh, they're trying to be like the world, but they don't realize I have to go to the beauty supply store so I can find products that I am actually getting married. I actually have a robe like in my room that's like a pink furry robe. And it's like I actually used to wear my hair in rollers, like different things like that. So like all the stuff in the video is like not pandering. It's just our actual reality. So I think that's the thing of like don't try to make things attractive for the world. Literally just be your authentic self. So whatever community you grew up in and like whatever your reality is. So if you're a suburban kid who skateboards, skateboard,
Be
bro,
that.
and live your life, and like people are gonna relate to that. Like that's gonna connect to your audience and bring the gospel with that too, because
Yes.
people need hope. People need love. Like people need what the gospel brings. That's what even resonates with us as Christians. So just like you receive Christ for yourself, somebody else is gonna want that. So yeah, don't try to make it attractive. Just be your authentic self, and the people who need it will receive it.
And just to piggyback off of that really quick, the Bible says that if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. So if you are lifting up Jesus, if you showing love, you know what I'm saying? With love have I drawn thee. If you just show love to people, people are going to be attracted to that. Of course, the gospel is attractive. Like Jesus did his thing, God did his thing. Like the gospel is flawless. We don't have
Yeah.
to do nothing else but deliver it. Now, however I deliver it to you, is going to be, depending on the tribe that I'm called to reach. I do believe that everybody is called to a certain tribe of people, even if it's four, it could be 400, 4,000, whatever. I do believe that every believer is called to at least one person. And if you meant to just reach that one person, reach them however God has called you to do that. You don't have to look appealing to the world or do what other people have done to try to draw people in. There's already a Porsha Love. There's already a Wande. There's already a Ruslan. Like you don't need no other ones. Be you. Be who God has called you to be, and then that'll bring people to Christ.
That is so good. I think one day you knocked it out of the park about not trying. Let's stop with the word trying, because I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just being myself. And Porsha, I think you knocked it out of the park in saying like, yeah, Jesus, the good news is the good news. Like, when did we stop forgetting that it was actually good news? And if something is good news, people are going to gravitate towards good news. And I think it's this bizarre binary, like, well, Jesus wasn't attractive. Like, fam, everywhere he went, there were crowds. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, the good news is the good news. I think sometimes we get in the way of the good news with our religion and our nonsense, and then like, well, people don't like. They're already hostile enough to the gospel. Don't you make that any worse with your weirdo religiosity? Like, don't make that worse with Christian churchianity. Y'all are getting in the way of the good news. And yes, people are going to be hostile with the fact that because they're sinners and all that kind of stuff, but don't make it worse with that. So I think that's the part where we just lose people because we think it's one or the other. Listen, Jesus drew massive crowds because he was very amazing and helpful to people, and some of his own disciples betrayed him. It's an and both. It's not an either or. So I think if we thought of the good news in that regard, that like it's an and both. There's going to be people that are going to say, oh, them girls, they Christian, right? And they're going to have something to say from that regard. But the issue we're dealing with that I want to address is like, y'all are catching heat from the Christians, and that's trash to me. Like, that's mad corny if that's the angle that somebody's coming from. So I think you guys absolutely knocked that apart.
King's Dream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. I wanted to tell you about a free upcoming course I am putting together at mastermyhabits.com. When you sign up right now, you'll be the first to be notified about the course. And in the meantime, you'll immediately get access to a playlist going over my journey on how I went from addiction to freedom forming habits. So make sure to hit that link in the description. I'll see you on the next video.